Greetings, Reelers. My name is Philip, and together with my wife Sherry and two of our friends, Chris and James, we're Fellowship of the Reel. Four people who love talking about movies almost as much as we do watching them. We hope you will join us as we dig deep into cinematic masterpieces and some that are, well, maybe not. You have an opportunity to be the fifth host of our little show. Click the link in the show notes and leave us a voice message telling us what movie you would like us to review. You can also reach out on our Facebook page, Fellowship of the Reel. From all of us at Fellowship of the Reel, thanks for listening. Okay, on with the show. At this point in the movie, I'm like, okay, well, here's what you should have done. And I'm thinking...
Yeah, right. It's one of my favorite openings ever.
And I've watched that alternate ending, and it is garbage.
It doesn't go where you think it's going to go.
There's a monster. I'm ready for it to be over.
Well,
But I'm not sure I can even fully explain why I love this movie so much.
I had some issues with this scene.
My feelings on it have not changed.
I fell asleep until the screaming. This is actually where I started enjoying the movie.
This is one of my favorite scenes in all of cinema.
I thought that should have been cut completely.
Fine.
Well, I'm sure it's artistic and you just don't get it. All right, so this is Fellowship of the Reel. This will be the first official episode of Season 2.
Yay.
So we did, 16 movies for Season 1?
Yep.
And we stopped for the holidays.
We're going to do 116 this time. We're just playing.
Yeah, so
I
one a
don't know.
day
We're
for...
going to do what we do. That's what we're going to do.
Yeah, so 365 movies. Next.
Oh, shit.
And this pick, first
That's
pick...
season 4 when we're like, this is our job. You know?
Right.
Hopefully.
Right.
Yes, if you would send us 50K, we'll give you 10K. Just give me the 50K.
Right.
This was what? Sherry's pick.
Yes.
Yep.
This was The Wedding Singer. Now, we all have our comfort movies. Okay, so for me, I think maybe this is Sherry's Big Lebowski. Like, Big Lebowski I've seen hundreds of times. And I think maybe Sherry has seen this one at least that many.
Yeah.
At least once a month, I probably turn it on and listen to it
Okay.
Yeah.
just to have it in the background. Well, what I like to do is turn it on and sing along
Sure.
with the songs. There's
got
so
a
many
great
good
soundtrack.
songs. Oh my
Great
goodness,
soundtrack.
so many good
Yeah,
songs.
well, what you get with a Sandler movie is usually a great soundtrack. Sandler, me and Sherry are a little bit older than Chris and James, and so Sandler is essentially...
You're a little bit older. Sorry.
Yeah, he's
Sandler is essentially our generation. So we watch these movies, and Sandler is putting stuff in there that is our time frame. That's all this music, of course, this kind of thing. So
well, the movie is supposed to take place in 1985.
yeah,
Which
85.
is the year that I graduated high school.
Yeah, I graduated in 86.
And I think Adam Sandler graduated a year before me. So
84, yeah.
I think he's like a year older than me.
Yeah,
James and I were 4 and 2, right?
Yeah, thanks.
Something like that.
yeah.
Hey, I thought we were going around the table saying how old we were. We just graduated like diapers and stuff, you know?
Me and Phil at the same time were probably pooping our pants for different reasons.
That's right.
That's true.
Yeah, James because he hadn't learned yet, and me because I forgot. That's awesome. That obviously will be deleted, so I'm teasing. That's a bumper right
Come
there.
on, poop's funny.
Yeah, poop is funny.
Everybody poops.
No, that's
wrote a book
a
about it.
bumper. That whole exchange right there is going in somewhere. It's got to. That's my goodness. As the podcast grinds to a halt. Okay. What do you got? Oh yeah. So
She has interwebs and phones again.
Oh, yeah.
that's right. All right. So The Wedding Singer, Money Critics fans. Okay. So I would have expected this to be higher. It's not bad numbers, but I would have expected it to be higher because this movie is a cult classic. I think. I mean, I've seen it a bunch of times. People who love this movie love it. Tomato meter, 69% of the critics gave it 3.5 stars or above, and 80% of the audience gave it 3.5 stars or above. So 69% of fans of critics liked it, and 80% of the fans liked it. Which to me, I think it should be higher.
Well, if you look at the box office, that's crazy numbers for that kind of rating, I would think. And
Oh yeah. Oh no.
this is one of Adam Sandler's kind of most well-regarded films.
Yeah, it's an earlier film, but yes, the budget was just $18 million. It made that its opening weekend. Okay, so $18 million opening weekend, $18,685,000, $865,000. $18 million. It made its money back the first weekend, Domestically, it went on to make $80,000, and then worldwide,
80 million?
80 million domestic. It's $80,245,000. International, 43 million, for a worldwide of $123 million on an $18 million budget.
That's gigantic.
Yeah, that's
Well, he hires all his friends too to be in
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up. The guy that wrote this, Tim Herlihy,
that's a name.
did The Wedding Singer, Pixels, Happy Gilmore, Hubie Halloween.
He was in these or he wrote these? No, he wrote these.
He wrote these. So he's the writer, Mr. Deeds, Little Nicky. All of these are Adam Sandler.
Yeah,
movies.
Hubie Halloween, that's a Sandler, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Hubie
Yeah,
Halloween.
that's,
I
Netflix.
recommend it. But anyway, yeah.
I do not.
So
yeah, I was.
all of Adam Sandler's movies that you've seen, this guy wrote. So as far as him hiring his friends,
Yeah, it's basically the Adam Sandler movie company, and
Um,
Well, it's Happy
Stories.
Madison, right?
yeah.
can I go ahead?
Happy Madison Productions. Yeah, you got the synopsis.
Yeah, can I go ahead and read it because my phone's about to die.
Okay.
Okay. Set in 1985, Adam Sandler plays a nice guy with a broken heart who's struck in one of the most romantic jobs in the world, or who's stuck in one of the most romantic jobs in the world, a wedding singer. He loses all hope when he is abandoned at the altar by his fiancée. He meets a young woman named Julia, who is played by Drew Barrymore, who enlists his help to plan her wedding. He falls in love with her and must win her over before she gets married.
Yeah. Again, this movie gets you in the feels, I think.
Well,
It definitely does.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
do
think
have feelings.
we haven't reviewed a romantic comedy or
don't
talked
think
about one.
No, yeah, yeah, she's right. This is our first.
Well,
And
theoretically,
so since they were saying, "Oh dear, what is she going to pick next?" I thought, well, I'm going to pick a romantic comedy,
Sure.
but I'm going to pick one that I
Yeah.
think that everyone
no,
would like.
absolutely. Well, technically, we wanted to say that Blind Date was a romantic comedy, but I called it a Monster in the House, and I think it is, just because, anyway, you can check out that review. There is some debate whether,
It wasn't funny either. So
yeah, but it tried to be. Anyway, you can check out our review of that. Anyway, but yeah, so I think this,
season 1.
right. This is, so I think this is the first bona fide romantic comedy
Yeah,
that we,
yeah.
which she was asking me what the genre was, and Blake Snyder doesn't have a romantic comedy genre, but I want to call this Buddy Love because it's the idea of two people, and he wants to say you can have a two-hander, which is two people, or a three-hander, which is a triangle, or two couples, which is a four-hander. So he calls it Buddy Love, but that is a broad definition to include, say, like Lethal Weapon and Harry Met Sally. I think he includes both of those as Buddy Loves.
For a recap, just so you want to run through the
Yeah,
three requirements for a Buddy Love.
Yeah. So he doesn't have a romantic comedy category.
Yeah, like romantic comedies and to what you're saying, romantic comedies and buddy cop movies are the same genre according to Blake Snyder.
Yeah, same
They're
structure.
all under Buddy Love.
Interesting.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, so are you in love with your buddy Love? It's about an incomplete hero who is missing something physical, ethical, or spiritual. So an incomplete hero, a counterpart who makes the completion come about. Or in the case of a three-hander, story about a triangle, or a four-hander, story about two couples, has qualities the heroes need, and a complication, be it a misunderstanding, personal or ethical, this kind of thing. So I think if you are having a romantic comedy, which is I think what this is, it's going to be a Buddy Love.
Yeah, where like if you take, and I'm sure we'll review it at some point, but like Lethal Weapon, right? Like Martin Riggs is the incomplete hero, and Roger Murtaugh completes him, right?
Yes, I was.
And their complication is them having to work together. The young rogue, cop and the old school by the book guy.
Yes, there is. I'd have to go back and read it, but if I remember, Snyder almost wants to say that Murtaugh is incomplete because
It's a two-hander.
two-hander.
I was trying to simplify it.
They compliment it because Murtaugh is in the tub and he's
ready for retirement.
I'm gray in the beard and
Riggs' craziness makes him young again. In
yes,
a way.
and then and Murtaugh makes Riggs not so crazy.
You guys got me fired up. What movie are we reviewing here? Lethal Weapon?
the
lethal-
lethal wedding singer. I
Yeah,
think.
that's right.
Ooh.
Maybe only
John Wick meets.
yeah,
Right.
maybe only two or
It's
three
Wedding
guys in the whole
Crashers.
world could sing a song like that. It's the only thing I was ever good at. Anyway, oh, almighty. Okay, so
There's a bumper for you.
yeah, there you go.
Bullets, guts, and wedding cake.
That's right.
That is your tagline.
Blood on the icing. We write a movie right now. All right. We're good with the intro on Wedding Singer. This is a cult movie. Sherry has seen it 1,000,000 times.
Is it a cult movie? Cult has a big cult following.
Well, I don't.
Because it was successful out of the gate. I would say a cult
Yeah,
following
Colt can't
is.
be successful.
You don't think- okay.
by definition, yeah.
Yeah, all right, because it did make a shit ton of money. Yeah,
It
so
definitely still stands the test of
yeah,
time.
it's people's, at least one person's favorite movie. One of Sherry has seen it a bunch of times. I liken it to The Big Lebowski. I've seen a Big Lebowski 1,000,000 times, so this is her Big Lebowski, maybe.
Yeah, as far
what
as
year
just
did it
comfort,
come out?
98.
Okay, I don't even remember it coming out to the theaters.
Yeah, I didn't see it in the
I
theater.
didn't see it in
States
the
and
theaters.
Assault in theater. for
Big
sure.
Lebowski, yeah?
Yeah, no, well,
This one.
this one.
Oh, this one. Okay, yeah.
What movie are we reviewing?
That's going to be the theme of season 2. What movie are we reviewing? Just playing. All right.
All right.
But yeah, we saw Wedding Singer, and yeah, Jason I've seen it a lot. I don't think we've seen it 1,000,000 times. And I don't think I can classify it as one of my comfort movies, but we've seen it a lot and realized that very quickly when we started watching it and we were saying all the damn lines,
Sure.
Yeah.
It's one of those movies that sneak into your subconscious.
Yes.
Yeah.
We watched this, and then Sherry was like, let's watch it again. I'm like, right now? Yeah,
Yeah.
let's just put it on again.
And when I hear some of the songs on the radio, I'm sitting there going, I'd rather hear Adam Sandler sing that than to
Yeah,
hear.
now Sandler's got chops musically.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like I said, I listen to it half the time for the music.
Yes. Him and the Tonight Show,
Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon, his impersonations, like he does Neil Young or Springsteen.
Yeah, he does a very good job.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
He's also amazing. Anyway. All right. So Wedding Singer.
What movie are we reviewing? Sorry.
We are reviewing a movie this time, right? Whew, see, that's 12 minutes. We could just cut right out. All right. Opening image. Now, I did find that the structure was a little squishy in places, but I reviewed it according to Buddy Love genre. There is a hard and fast romantic comedy genre that is very, very structured. I did not review it according to romantic comedy beats, but that is another way to look at it. But romantic comedies have a rock solid structure. Down to the second, and very, very tight. So I don't know if this meets that. We looking at it from this particular kind of structure, and excuse me, it seems a little squishy. Not totally bad, but a little squishy. So I have as my opening image a wedding singer at the top of his game, content. This is my opinion. Chris and the others obviously will say what they think. Top of his game, content with where he thinks he is supposed to be and with who he is supposed to be with. When this movie opens, he is the red hot wedding singer, man. And you're a good wedding singer. That's a good wedding singer. He saves the day. He's keeping couples together. He's helping kids throw up. He's fixing to being. He is everywhere he thinks he thinks his life is set.
Well, he took Steve Buscemi, who was drunk, giving the speech, and like, all right, buddy, and he gracefully got that out of there, got the wedding bagpipe up.
Yeah.
He was on top of his game.
Yes. So
Adam
Adam
playing guitar now.
self-taught.
Self-taught, no lessons.
You're a moron.
I'm a person too, Pop.
See what I'm talking about? It's a great movie. It really is a great movie. All right.
That's another A-list actor that's like giving it his all. Steve
Yeah,
Buscemi
Buscemi.
just playing the.
And did his own singing and everything. Like,
Oh yeah,
at the end.
At the end, yeah.
Yeah.
That's how
Robbie and Julia. I can't sing,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's him.
Julia.
There you go. Thank you,
It's
James.
true. It's
True. Yeah,
that's
nice.
when I hear it on the radio, I still think
That's Steve
Robbie
Buscemi?
Julia.
Steve Buscemi. Yeah, at the end.
end.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah, that's really him singing in the movie, not the real song.
Right.
No, but in the movie, Steve
in the movie
Buscemi
he's singing.
and
Yeah, because he's a
John
wedding
Lovitz.
singer at the end or whatever, or at least I don't know if he's actual wedding, but he's up there on stage singing.
Buscemi?
Yes.
Yes.
Did I miss this? How did I miss
I
At the
don't
very
know.
end at the wedding?
Yeah, at the wedding.
And John Lovitz in the middle, he does his own singing in that middle bit.
Yeah, but Buscemi's
Yes.
Yes.
But he's the man. He's the wedding singer at the end.
Yeah.
golly. All right.
Yeah, because the it fades out on the you hear Buscemi singing Robbie and Julia or whatever, and
Okay, all right.
the camera irises out on them.
Did you watch
Yeah,
this
yeah,
movie?
yeah.
What movie are we?
I remember them fading out on Robbie and Julia, and that's Steve Buscemi singing?
yes.
Correct.
Oh my God.
They show him.
Okay, I guess at that point I'm checking.
Self-taught, no lessons.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I'll have to go back because I've seen it a bunch of times. I guess I'm always just, shutting it down at that
Yeah,
point.
Maybe your eyes are really blurry because you're crying.
Yeah,
I was gonna say he's looking for the tissues.
Yeah. At that point, I'm always looking for the Kleenex. All right. Setup. All right. So that's my opening. I mean,
I agree with that. Yeah, no, he's. I just wrote down like optimistic. He's romantic. Like he's.
yeah, he's confident. He's helping others.
But he believes in love 100% at this point.
Yes.
Where
Oh, yeah.
later on he does not.
Yeah, he thinks he's everywhere he needs to be. All right. The setup, a good wedding singer, a stable life, engaged. The unsung hero helps everyone. Julia Sullivan, a waitress, a bit lost herself, engaged to someone less than worthy that we know. Maybe she doesn't completely know it yet. I wrote doing all the work in the relationship. And I think she suspects but doesn't want to admit that it's as bad as it is yet.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because it's a sure thing because he's got money. He's got
Sure. And yes.
security. Yeah, right.
Robbie's fiance Linda leaves him at the altar, and now he goes into a spiral. And I thought maybe this was.
Oh, we can't just skip over that like that. So it was a bad note.
Oh yeah, sure.
There was a note.
So it was a bad.
She said she's
You're
not
right.
coming.
I
Indicated she's not coming. So it was a bad note.
Yeah.
Right.
yes.
Goes in there and he smashes the mirror or whatever when he's in there, and then you hear like the audience reaction. Like I don't think I've noticed this before. Like they cringe like something really horrible happened. Like
Sure.
somebody died or something. And what's his name? The boy George wannabe starts crying.
George.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
mascara.
sorry, it's just George. You're
Yeah,
right.
it's George. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Alexis Arquette.
Yeah.
You skipped that too on the setup when he's in there.
They're starting to
he
turn-
knows the one song. Hey man, you got to get back in there.
They're turning on George,
They're
man.
turning on
Turn on
George. Leigh thought that was funny that he just knew the one song.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And that's Arquette. That's right. That's the.
Yeah. Alexis Arquette, the Arquette family. We did Scream with her.
Oh, yeah.
brother David and
Another link.
Alexis. What's
Well, now we got to do True Romance so we can get Patricia
True Romance.
Arquette in there.
Oh, Patricia Arquette in True Romance.
Drew Barrymore was in Scream too.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, yes, she was. Very nice. Yes, it was.
Was in what?
Drew Barrymore was in
Drew
Scream.
Barrymore was
Oh
in
yeah, that's
Scream.
true. Yeah, we're at 7 degrees of separation here. Yeah, Arquette in True Romance. Oh my God. Okay, so
So, bitch, this tastes like a
Speaking
peach.
of
what movie are we reviewing?
what's
the
Season 2 of our podcast has a new name.
6 Degrees of Separation. Your sister met Adam Sandler.
yeah in Hawaii?
What?
Well, they were in Hawaii. And, I guess Debbie was there, or whatever, and
At a luau. They met him and
and they did. Can I have your autograph?
David
thing?
Spade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And how'd that go?
yeah. They got. I mean, I guess they got pictures with him, and they were nice to him. I mean,
All right, so they weren't dicks or nothing. Good.
no.
If it was a
no,
different
David
answer, we
Spade
wouldn't
looked
be, doing the rest of this podcast from this episode.
No, I think
Fuck Adam
they.
Sandler. But no, he was a good guy, so that's good.
Yeah, no, I think he probably would have preferred to be left alone.
Sure.
But they were very understanding.
Nice about it.
Nice about it. David Spade and Adam Sandler. Or whatever.
Well, David Spade, the picture looked like he really enjoyed
Yeah,
it.
David Spade probably.
He was probably.
Let's do another.
Yeah. He was just happy to be in the room.
Damn.
David Spade's great.
No, he is. Robbie's fiance Linda leaves him at the altar. So I thought that initially was the catalyst, but I'm not pegging it as the catalyst yet. I think it's still his ordinary world.
That would be one of his bumps, right? His call to do what you're supposed to do.
Maybe because I think the call to action. Okay, in a romantic comedy, the call to action is always going to be the call to love, and he doesn't really start hooking up or pursuing Julia Gulia till a little bit. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
This is where I thought it was squishy because I feel like his call to action has to be Julia. He has to be, that's going to be his motivate. That's going to be what he wants, what he's going to be after. There's going to be setbacks. The storming of the castle is going to be going get her. So that's why I didn't peg this as the catalyst. Chris, you got.
Yeah, I had that as, he gets dumped at the altar. Like, here's this guy who's hopefully romantic. He thinks his life is set, like you said earlier. Yeah, I have that as a catalyst. He gets dumped. Because after that, it's the whole debate thing. I can't do it anymore. I can't be a wedding singer. Like he tries, and I'm jumping ahead, but the whole love stinks bit, which is very, very funny and very clever. And
That's one of my favorites.
yeah, right. Because he's trying to do his job that he used to, used to love,
But
and then
this
the
is-
dad's getting fucking pissed because he's doing a terrible job at it. you know?
Yeah, but
He's losing his mind, and I'm reaping all the benefits. Right.
yes. I'm calling all this his.
But yeah, I mean, to your point, he does not fall in love with Julia till later. I mean, they've already met and all that stuff, but
yeah. Had he not met Julia, he'd have stayed in the
she's
spiral.
the B story, right? If you look at it from Catboy's stuff, she's B story, which is 30, right? Page 30, down the road. But yeah, romantic comedy, yeah, it's got to be the falling in love. But
Yeah. All right. So
I think.
all right. I can see. I can buy that. He does have this conversation with Linda. Linda shows up and explains why she didn't want to marry him. We can wait. No, I don't want to ever marry you. You were a rock star, and you're a wedding singer.
I'm in love with Robbie 5 years ago or whatever.
Robbie,
You come to the realization that Adam Sandler was crushing it in life here,
yeah.
but he came from somewhere else, and she fell in love with the rock star Robbie
Yes.
that was going to be going up and all that.
She hoped, yeah, and which means she was in love with a potential lifestyle, not a person.
Yeah.
That on a personal note, that hit me pretty hard.
Yeah.
I was the
Presents
victim
at
of
Christmas time didn't do it, but this did. Okay.
it. Yeah,
All right.
I do have a little bit of a heart.
Yeah.
Give you a hard time. I can see that.
Yeah.
But see,
With your history.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
yeah. But Robbie is happy in his town, happy in his life. Linda wanting out of the town and out of her life, right? And she thought
Yeah,
Robbie,
well, why you want to move? All of our friends are here.
right? So he is content. Because he's going to be portrayed as this person who doesn't put a high value. He's almost like the Keanu Reeves type character. He doesn't put a lot of value on material possessions or wealth. To him, love and friends and a good place to live, these are what matters to him.
Yeah.
And so,
Making a little bit of money and honestly, wedding singer is a damn good gig.
I can
You
imagine.
make a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, just for case point, like he doesn't care about the money because he's teaching the old lady.
Sure.
which
Yeah,
my
getting
son
paid in
called
meatballs.
Betty White, which is not her, but he's getting paid in meatballs.
Yeah, and happy
That's
to
a good meatball.
Yeah, that's a good meatball.
She puts them in his friggin' hands.
Yeah. So this is why I think it's still his ordinary world, his setup.
Okay.
Now, but I fully understand what you're saying. The catalyst I'm calling, they go to the pre-engagement party of Julia's, and at that party they sort of have fun together, and so it's almost at that point that his radar starts triggering that because they have a lot of fun together and they really connect. And to me, this sets him on the path of Julia. Now he isn't fully
That's when the buddy's dressed up like Michael Jackson.
yes,
Right.
yeah, yes.
Yeah. And then the Glenn's buddy. Oh, I heard about you.
Yeah.
You got left at your wedding.
Yeah.
How was that or whatever? And I felt great. Thanks for bringing it up.
Yeah.
My parents died when I was young. You want to talk about that?
Right. Yes.
Okay. Make sure I remember the scene right.
No, absolutely.
Why would we even talk
And
about that?
they team up to we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves. So at the I have down as the catalyst at the engagement party they sort of connect.
Yeah.
And to me this is okay, now she's come into his life. He is going to start turning more of his attention towards her after this point. He didn't even want to go to that party, so
Yeah, his friend talked him into it.
yeah, so she was not on his mind at that point until so in terms of maybe the
Was the
romantic
Love Stinks later, or is that before this?
after,
right?
I think it's after this.
After this, yeah, because she's there at because that's when she asked him, right? Or is it before?
Love Stinks is before.
Before this?
Before.
It is
Because she
before.
sees
Okay, thank
him
you.
having a hard time.
Yeah.
And it's like,
right.
okay, will you help me do this?
Okay.
Because she says,
That's
"Will
when she
you-
asked him
You
to
have
help,
to
yeah.
sing at my wedding, and
Yeah,
because
yeah,
we
thank
set
you.
a date, and he says, I don't know. She said, well, at least come to my party.
Yeah.
My engagement party.
Okay.
Thank you. Yep. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't write that. I did write down just before this. Holly not seeing the warning signs because Glenn is this stuff matters to you. It doesn't matter to me. You plan the wedding, this. So he is just checked out.
Big wedding. He wants a small wedding.
Yeah. I owe it to her. Later we'll find. So he's a complete douche. But Holly's not seeing these warning signs yet. But I think she's sensing them. All right, so at the engagement party they connect. So that's where I'm calling it. But I can definitely see there's no bigger catalyst than being left at the altar. So it'd be hard to argue against that. So I guess he's doing a wedding. So it's not Julia's wedding. He's at a wedding, right? And the kid who
No, that's the
That's because he's no longer a wedding singer. It's a bar mitzvah. Yeah.
bar mitzvah. Okay, all right.
Because he tries to do the wedding singer thing and it ends up with the whole Love Stinks mess.
Yeah,
It's
all right,
punched
all right.
out.
I completely-
thrown in the gutter at the end. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
now he's doing bar mitzvahs and stuff. There's like 3 Jewish people in this town or whatever. Yeah.
Right. But him and Julia have teamed up a contrivance to get this kid to dance with her to boost his confidence. So again, he's met her at the pre-engagement, and now they're sort of tag teaming and interacting with each other.
Right.
And both are charitable and helpful to this kid, and so you can see clearly they're a great team.
Coolest, most unlosery kid in this whole
Right.
Yeah.
And so this is why I think this is his sort of catalyst and call to adventure if it's a romance. But like you said, no bigger rock is dropped in your pond than your fiance leaving you at the altar. So I guess I could see that. At the wedding, teaming up to help with the kid. Now she's now trying to rope him in closer. Help me plan my wedding. I don't want to. So he's almost debating at that point.
Yeah.
I can't do that. No, that's not, but she's like, well, no one else will help me and blah, blah, blah. So, they wind up working together to plan her wedding. Again, now they're moving closer in each other's circles.
Yeah, that's what happens is breaking into, because like you said, I definitely saw the debate, and then he agrees. He didn't want to. I mean, he's not even being a wedding singer anymore. He's doing bar mitzvahs and stuff.
Yes. I think I didn't write down the heading, but I think that's where I have it also, because then I have the fun and games after. At the wedding, teaming up, can't help with the wedding. He's debating, but then he does decide to help her, so I see that as a break into two. They're confused as a couple. They're talking maybe to the caterer, the older woman.
Yeah, and she thinks they're a couple.
Yeah. And we're brother and sister. And the photographer? Yeah, see, she knows. But they're confused as a couple.
Get your facts right, sir.
That's right.
Confused as a couple, and they wind up, horsing around together, and we're brother and sister. So right away you can see these two. They may not know it, but other people see it.
Yeah, no, they have a connection. Yeah, that Robbie and oh my gosh, Linda didn't have, and then, she
certainly
definitely doesn't
not
have with Glenn. Yeah,
Glenn.
And all the couples that she refers to, and I know y'all are too young.
It's very funny. They all break up though.
Yes, I know y'all are too young to know who these people were, but yeah, I remember back in the day when all these people, like Trump, Donald and Ivana, all the ones that they did
Sonny
eventually
and Cher,
break
right?
up.
She said that too. Isn't that one of the couples she
I don't
mentions?
know that
Sonny and Cher? No,
maybe I don't remember. I just remember all those couples. I'm sitting there laughing. Bert and Lonnie, they all.
Okay,
that's funny.
All right, so now we're into the fun and games, right? So I just listed them, and we can obviously want to talk about any of them. Hiring the caterer, the wedding singer. Robbie's song, Somebody Kill Me. I love that. The whole.
Yes. Just so you know, I was listening to The Cure a lot when I wrote this.
Yeah. I wrote part of it when I was with Linda and part of it when I was after. Now there's the close up on Sandler when he's, pretty, please.
You feel it.
He was sounding, he's like screaming. His eyes are watering because he's just screaming,
And Drew Barrymore helps sell it too. You can see her feel his pain.
Yeah, sure. Yes.
Even though it's funny and you're laughing, like it's
Yes.
John Lovitz does not feel for him.
No, he's sophisticated mama. That whole sequence. John Lovitz, man. Yeah.
Every time I see him, I just think of jealous.
You just help me. You just help me be convinced to hire a DJ.
Right.
Well, good luck hiring a DJ can move like this.
And they move like this. Right. That's good.
Picking desserts and dresses, the limo driver, the test kiss, and then the double date are what I'm listing as the fun and games.
You hit like 3 cones. It could have been wedding guests at her wedding.
Yeah.
There were cones.
Yeah, we always quote, there were cones. There were cones.
I think it's the way he says it. He just says it funny.
Yeah. No, every time that comes on, we're always saying there are cones with them, Yeah,
it's funny that because that's one of the parts we quote as well. So it's interesting how that becomes this quotable, one of the quotes you pull from this movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because it's not particularly witty or original. No. They were cones. It's got to be his delivery. That gets
of course, I'm going to hire him. He's your friend. He's the only limo driver in town, but they're basically fucking with him because,
Yeah, right. Force him through this stupid obstacle course.
You're not going to make it, man.
And throwing them in there. And
yeah. Poor guy.
Yeah, it's one of those things that if I were to quote in public, I wonder if anyone would know what I'm saying. That's what,
Yeah, right.
Well, it'd be fun if they didn't. That way
the experiment. Just start walking around going, there were cones.
If I see cones in the road. No,
so that guy is he was the caddy in Happy Gilmore. The same
Is that right? Yeah.
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 Actor. He's standing there with no pants on and stuff.
Yeah, if you've ever seen Grandma's Boy, That one is. It's an Adam Sandler Happy Madison production. Adam Sandler's not in it.
Yeah.
But it's got him in it, Nick Swartzen, the grandma from Everybody Loves Raymond. I forget her name.
Oh, yeah.
It is hilarious.
All right.
But yeah, he's in a lot of Adam Sandler stuff.
movies, yeah.
Yes. And critics sort of diss this movie because it seems sappy. Adam Sandler plays a very sweet guy,
Yeah.
you know, so it was a bad note, you know, the whole, but he's even at the end, you know, that song was for you, you know, he's very sweet.
Yeah,
guy.
no, like he's different, completely like different from Happy Gilmore.
Oh yeah, he's no
as
Happy
far as the
Gilmore
character. Yeah,
Okay.
even Billy Madison for that matter.
Yeah.
Well, that is the very reason that I will now watch, or this movie is the very reason I will now watch Adam Sandler movies going forward.
Nice.
Before,
You had no interest in.
No, I liked him on SNL, but some of his movies, I'm like, I can't take this. I can't. You know, when he was singing that song that you were talking about with he's screaming.
Yeah, somebody kill me, please.
Yeah. Okay. I'm like, okay, that's kind of like a throwback to me of some of his older stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's why, you know, I've heard people say, I just can't watch any Adam Sandler movies. I'm like, not even The Wedding Singer. Cause you know, once I watched that, cause I even like his movie that's on Netflix.
Yeah.
With, what is it? Jennifer Aniston. Is she the one?
The murder mystery or whatever.
Yeah.
it's called.
Yeah,
that
Yeah,
one.
but there was also one where they went to Hawaii, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Family Vacation.
Just go with it.
One.
Just go with it.
let's go with
Yeah.
it. That one's very good too.
Yeah.
I like that one.
And so I think starting with this one, I guess, is where I thought, okay, I like Adam Sandler in this type of
Sure.
movie.
Yeah, I feel like he started to branch out at this point because he had done, you know, the Happy Gilmore and
Yeah.
Billy Madison, and I think he'd already done Waterboy, which is slightly different too as far as his
Well,
performance.
he's
But yeah, he's starting to branch out a little bit. I think this was his first rom com for sure.
yeah, but he's got, as he's matured, he's got some chops because he's in that crime drama. I think it's on Netflix.
That's the one I was talking about. With
Uncut
Jennifer
Gems.
Aniston.
No. He's on a serious drama.
Yeah, it's Uncut Gems is the
Uncut
one.
Gems, yeah.
they
You
You know,
wanted.
he's very good.
Oh,
very good
no.
Uncut Gems. You're
Oh,
the
no, I'm-
one Murder Mystery with Jennifer Aniston.
Yes.
Yes, that's the one I'm
That one's
talking
more
about.
silly.
Uncut
but-
Gems is no rom com.
No.
I haven't
no.
seen it, but I think it's a serious, edgy drama.
It is very much so. Yeah,
Oh,
he's
okay.
he's
Well, I
addicted to
was
gambling, and his performance is badass. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I need to watch
And
that.
then the one with the hustle where he's scout or whatever
Basketball?
basketball.
Yeah, I want to
one's
see
very
that one.
good.
I want
one's
to see
very
that
good,
one.
too.
Both those are in my queue. I need to see those. Absolutely.
Waterboy and Wedding Singer came out the same year. Wedding Singer was supposed to come out in 97, but it came out in 98. Waterboy came out football season of 98.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. I was thinking Waterboy was before. I don't know. I mean, I guess it was, but I was thinking it was like a year.
They were
before.
all right there together.
Yeah,
I think Adam Sandler had
Going
been
to the
releasing
stratosphere at this point, yeah.
once a
Oh, yeah.
year from like 94, 95, 96.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
he did that.
I don't know. Like I said, I didn't see this when it first came out. I don't know how long it took me to watch it because,
Yeah.
like I said, I'm like,
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Well,
But-
yeah.
And I didn't think about what you were saying, and I didn't think about it until you said it. But like, there are moments of like his other characters, like when he's talking to Linda and she's explaining to him about why she didn't want to be with him. He's
Yeah.
like, once again, information that could have been useful to me yesterday.
Yeah, you can
As soon as he goes to the
Yeah.
yelling thing, yeah, it
Yes,
very much
that's-
reminded me of
yeah.
Right.
Happy Gilmore. Yeah,
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
that's funny.
but still, the love stinks. I would watch that scene over and over because when he says to the bride and groom, "I hate you," oh my gosh, I lose it
I
every
hate
time.
you.
Just one more outburst out of you, sir, and I will strangle you with my microphone.
Yeah. Do you understand me?
What does he say? You will listen to me because I have the microphone.
You will listen to every word I have to say. Right.
He can do the rage.
And sideburns over here.
yeah.
Yeah. The what is it? He talks about the table.
And the mutants at table 9.
Mutants, yes.
Oh,
Oh my God. This guy can't wait to get another something to eat or whatever. Anyway. All right. So the double date, and at this point he is starting to want to protect and defend Julia. Baiting Glenn into confessing that he's a cheater and
Yeah.
this kind of thing.
That and just the before that, like when they're all there and they're all singing the Bowie song, and then Glenn doesn't know. Okay, we all know the words.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
Just
yeah.
establishing that he's outside of their
Yes.
circle or whatever.
And again, hitting on the standards, right? So the test kiss, both of them are like in a fog, the look on Julia's face after the kiss, and they have to be, right. They have to be shaken back into, I just brought her the jacket, So
Right.
clearly, they are being brought into each other's universes. Glenn takes Julia home, but Julia says, I think I threw up in my hair. Does my hair stink? And he smells it. He says, no, it smells great. And, they are, and it is sappy. And I think Craig's right. It is sappy, but it's good sappy. I don't know why sappy, it can be turned into melodrama, sure, but you're on board with these characters, man.
Okay. As far as romantic comedies go, I'd rather see this than some of those really, really sappy ones.
Sure. It's not soap opera sappy.
By really sappy, you mean anything on Hallmark?
Oh
yeah.
Yeah, I don't watch Hallmark.
Yeah, those are because you watch these movies and you want to believe in love and you want to believe in sweet, sweet love and you want to believe that kind of thing can happen, and so you see it, and they're hitting on stuff that they know is going to get you right. I think it works.
Yeah, agreed.
Absolutely does.
So I have a false.
And it's funny. So.
I have and it is funny. I have a midpoint false defeat. I don't know what you have, Chris. He realizes he's never going to get Julia. She just wants money, and there's a scene where he actually lashes out at her. I am an asshole.
Right.
Goes off. So now he thinks he's gonna. There's a lot of money out there, and I want some of it. You're material. I'm a material girl.
Or boy. Right.
Yeah.
I have a jar of money on my refrigerator. I would like to add more money to it. That's where you come in.
That's right.
That's right.
Best interview ever.
Yeah, I wish Kevin Nealon had been in it longer.
Yeah,
I like him.
Yes. Yes. So I have this as a false defeat. Is that what you have? Where
I think that's what I had.
Yeah. He is not going to get Julia. Bad guys close in, and so at this point, like I said, some of the beats are either glossed over or a little squishy, because it is a shorter movie. I think it comes in right at an hour and a half or whatever, which
Hour
is
37, I believe.
yeah.
Right where James likes them.
Yes, and
Movies like this, yes.
and the appropriate time for a rom-com. That's about right. You're going to get in, you get out, you're going to hit your beats fast, and they're usually about an hour and a half.
Yeah,
long.
nobody's gonna sit through a 3-hour rom-com. I don't think.
Yes, right. Rom-coms are some of the smartest movies made from a structural and writing point, because you could time a clock to these things, right?
Right.
Now, whether this holds up to that, I didn't analyze it that way, but generally rom-coms are the tightest structure and most well-written movies
Agreed.
out there. So bad guys close in. He has this conversation with his friend in the bar. I'm going to be like you, man. We're just going to, we're going to be free and easy and happy. He says, I'm not happy. I'm miserable. I just want somebody to hold me.
Yeah, he thought his friend had it figured out, but
Yes, but it's a veneer.
and then the old guy comes over and holds him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But the bad guys close in I have is those who seem happy getting lots of chicks are lonely and miserable. So the reality is starting to set in. All that happiness is not real happiness. So I then immediately have an all is lost false victory, because like I said, I don't think there's a lot of material spent on that beat. I think it moves very quickly.
What's your all is lost?
All is lost, false victory, I guess almost in that bar as well, or maybe it's later. Anyway, he knows he loves her. He's going to go get her. He makes a decision. No, I'm going to get her.
Yeah, it's after the bar. He tells him, this life is terrible.
Yeah.
Go for it. Go get her.
Yes.
Basically, what his friends tell
That's
him.
before he gets punched in the nose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, because he comes back to the bar and then he sees Glenn.
Yeah.
Outside.
Yes. Oh, yeah. The
Why
fight.
are you
Yes.
doing that to her, man?
Yeah, right. Yeah, because that's what. Yeah, okay. Yeah,
And
I had the same thing. Because he goes to and I guess a classic misunderstanding scenario. He goes to confess his love to her, and he sees her all happy
Sure.
in the wedding
Yes.
gown, not knowing that she's talking about him.
Yes.
'Cause that's when she realizes the Julia Gulia thing that he had already.
And I'm Julia Gulia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Glenn Gulia. So
And I think he would have.
Gulia's last name.
I think he would have cleaned Glenn's clock had not old guy gotten in. And
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not as strong as I used
yeah,
to be.
Glenn sucker punches him. But I think Adam, Robbie at this point is just pissed off to take it.
And if he had a hockey stick, for sure.
Yeah.
Nah.
Last I was in a fight 5 years, but I kicked his ass. I'm gonna kick your ass too. And I think he would have.
Line, yeah.
You
Yeah, no, I was looking forward to that. And then,
Of course, you cannot have Robbie kicking his ass at this point.
Right.
Robbie is the sweet guy who's always going to lose until he wins, right?
You could write a song about this. It's called "I Got Punched in the Nose for Sticking It in Other People's Business."
Yeah.
I don't know. That's like probably my favorite Glenn scene.
Yeah,
So, like
right.
the way he's with his body. Yes. Yeah.
Well,
Fucking dick.
Somebody calls the girlfriend of Julia calls him Don Johnson, and later when they're picking up Julie, the car opens and it's the theme song to Miami
Nice.
Vice.
I missed that.
Yeah.
I knew he was dressing like him, of course.
Yes.
but-
Yeah. Well, he thinks.
And then they referenced he's going to miss Miami Vice. He's like, nope, I'm set. Rerun, summer. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Totally missed the point that you're being called a douche.
Right.
Yeah.
All is lost, false victory. So the false victory is he knows he loves her and he's going to go get her and he thinks it's going to work. I'm going to convince her and I think she loves me too and off I go. Dark Night of the Soul sees her and misinterprets her actions, gets sucker punched by Glenn. So that's where I'm having my Dark Night of the Soul. Because he sleeps, because Linda comes back.
Yeah.
And no, I
They
don't.
do not sleep together.
No.
Yeah, I don't think they do.
He passes out.
Yes, and I think it's why they have him
takes-
pass out in the yard because
Yeah.
to show that he set it up that he does not, end up sleeping with her.
Yes, but
But she makes Julia think so.
yes, Julia again misinterprets.
Comes by to tell him the same thing.
Yes.
Which is cool.
And which is a classic rom-coms. They miss each other, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And
Well, in that scene where she's wearing the Van Halen shirt, take my shirt off before the band breaks
breaks
up.
up.
Thinks the band and they break up.
You're going back to when they're at the double date and they all know the words to David Bowie's China Girl.
yeah,
The whatever her name was, Linda.
Yeah.
It was. She sings the wrong words to "Wake Me Up Before You Go Go."
Yes, she
oh, that's
does.
really.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I missed that.
Yeah, it's "Wake Me Up Before You Go Go." Don't leave me hanging on like a yo-yo. She says, "Don't leave me hanging on." Blah 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 blah.
I think it's
It's totally
solo
wrong.
or something.
Yeah.
Yes, it drives me crazy every time.
Because it's wrong. So
Yeah.
everybody knows the right words, but her.
About her, yes.
All the douchebags don't know the right words. Like Glenn didn't know the words. She doesn't know.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, that's good. That is good.
Yeah.
At this point, Julia now will. She almost has the same
You're a
beat.
bitch.
Yeah, she almost has the same beat as Robbie because Robbie ran off to make some money. She's going to rush off to
Yeah, and she tells
married.
Glenn, "Let's go get married."
let's get
in
married right now.
Vegas." Yeah.
Let's just
And he just waking up. All right, far out. Yeah.
right. Julie rushes to get married, going to Vegas, but there's scenes where you can see they're both thinking about each other. Not
Yeah.
yeah. So this is where I have the break into 3. Robbie is, and again, like I said, I think it happens very quickly. The last half of this movie, Robbie is going to Vegas too. Glenn won't give her the aisle seat, which is a payoff to the
Yeah, their
Conversation.
conversation earlier. And then, naturally, Kurt comes by and nails her in the elbow.
yes.
That looks like it really got her,
No,
too.
dude, do you hit your funny bone or elbow? It hurts like a mother. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Storming the castle. Okay, so Glenn won't give the house. He's storming the castle on the plane, going to find her and stop them. So
Oh, you had flock of seagulls before getting on
right,
the plane.
yes.
Do you like flock of seagulls? I can see you do.
yeah,
That's such a good way to get out of a conversation about that kind of stuff.
It looks
You
good
like
on you.
this? Oh man, looks great.
yeah, looks good on you. Are you going to pay me back? No, but if you don't, give me your card. I'm going to tell them what you said at the bar.
Right. That kind of sets up I don't remember if they end up together or not.
Yeah, I think so.
I think they do, yeah.
Sister and the
'cause
brother.
Yeah, the friend.
Yeah.
Right. So I think at that point,
She's like, "Oh, that's so sweetie," or whatever, yeah.
yeah, sort of wrapping up because he was miserable and he wants the audience to know that this guy's not going to be miserable anymore. or whatever.
Right.
Because he's lovable now. You know that behind that exterior
Sure.
of the womanizer type
Right.
of guy, the player, that it's actually a good guy. Not like Glenn
Glenn.
Gulia.
Yeah, there's no redemption for Glenn. He's face down they shove him in the airport, the airplane bathroom, whatever. Yeah, so storming the castle on the plane, going to find her and stop them. And he doesn't know she's on the plane. I don't know where she is. I'm going to have to just look everywhere and hope to,
Right.
gathering the team, Billy Idol and the passengers, Billy Idol is going to help him lead the charge.
Yeah, the last time I watched that, I was like, he's sitting in first class, and the first thing he says is, "There's a girl I love, and I'm going to Vegas to stop her wedding."
Yeah.
And the one lady, you have to have that one lady turn around and go, "Oh, that's so sweet," because that is creepy as shit. She's like, "Wait, this girl that you're just infatuated with, you're going to Vegas to stop her wedding?" Like,
Right.
okay,
Right.
Yeah,
weird.
It could go dark pretty quick.
So they had to have that lady go, "Oh, that's so sweet," and then
Billy
gather
Idol
around.
embrace it,
Yeah, they had to embrace it.
yes, absolutely.
No possessions.
The stewardess comes in. Some guy and coach just said I was a grade A piece of meat, and of course he knows. Julia's on the plane. I wrote. very quickly, Billy helps him to intervene. The song "Grow Old with You." Billy and the rest lend a hand. So he sings the song, and Glenn winds up in the trapped in the bathroom.
Get out of my way, Billy.
Yeah.
Nobody talks to Billy that way.
Yeah. Robbie married. He is now, so the opening image, he thought he was who he was supposed to be with. Closing image I have is he really is who he is supposed to be with, where he is supposed to be. And she has no doubts and is not lost anymore. So all, their loose ends tied up quite nicely. And again, I didn't know Buscemi was singing that song. I guess I didn't pay attention, but yeah. So the opening image, closing image, everything neatly wrapped in a bow.
And I noticed, I guess the first time I ever noticed this, I looked behind Robbie and Julia walking down the aisle together. They had paired his friend, who thought he was Fonzie, and her cousin. They were actually...
Oh, the sister, you mean? Or was it the cousin?
Who was it? The limo driver?
The limo driver, they were paired in the wedding.
Sammy and Holly.
Yeah,
Okay,
so they were walking down the aisle together. Y'all were talking about them. And
Oh, cool, yeah.
that was the first time I'd ever noticed that
They were together.
Because they had a moment at the airport when he paid for it, right?
Yeah, but I mean, they had paired them up in the wedding, and so they were walking out together too.
Yeah, so everything is...
And Glenn, I wonder whatever happened to him because he was a junk bond salesman.
Yeah. I don't call you a drunk waitress, do I?
So it wouldn't Black Friday, or they call it Black Friday, whatever that was in the stock market when it crashed, wasn't that like 1988?
Probably, yeah.
So soon after this, he was probably destitute and broke.
Then Robbie got a record, writing deal.
Yeah, they hint that he got a.
I'm gonna tell the record company about you. Yeah,
That was pretty good. Right.
Now he's in bonds. Aren't bonds like the most stable but not profitable financial? Like, because Robbie says, "Well, I got a bond and I'll get $25 and
He's in
Right.
He's in high yield
He was selling high yield junk bonds. If you ever watch Wolf of Wall Street, they kind of explain some of that.
Oh yeah. Okay, so it's different than regular bond.
The people selling it make the most money. The
Okay.
people buying it, the people selling it, whatever. But the people giving the transactions, like what Glenn was, they're just sharks. They're
Okay, yeah, it's
money.
so douchebaggery all around.
So when the market crashes,
yeah,
they're the first.
I like to think he never made it off the plane. You know,
yeah,
That would be cool.
yeah.
Billy Idol killed him.
Well,
The big dude killed him.
Dell was on that plane and he winds up in his trunk.
That's true. That's right. That's what's in
That's
the
who's
trunk.
in
the trunk.
Dell's trunk is Glenn. Again, a very compact, fast little movie, but one that I think hits at all those places and is clearly a favorite.
The soundtrack really keeps it going.
Yeah.
This is one of the greatest soundtracks. I mean, people who like to collect that stuff, this is in their collection.
Yeah,
It's got all the good stuff to it. So that helps propel the movie, keep it lighthearted.
yeah.
I absolutely love the song at the end. "Wanna Grow Old with You," and
Yeah.
Adam Sandler wrote that, right?
Sure, yeah, I guarantee you, right? Yeah.
I absolutely love that. You talk about bringing tears to you.
Yeah, it's very...
Well, not to ruin it for you guys, not trying to, but it's the same tune as Somebody Kill Me, Please.
Is it? See, I would not have...
Somebody kill me, please.
Yeah. Well, that's
Wanna
cool.
grow old with you.
Okay. Well, that's cool. That's
And
an
is
issue.
the kind of the
Well, so-
orchestra sounds is it sounds so happy, but
So
Well,
he
okay.
just took the music he wrote and he just
Well,
wrote new
that's a
lyrics.
musical
Kinda.
bookend, right? Because, it's actually quite brilliant.
it's two different songs.
Yeah, but this is how he felt at one point in the
Yes.
same song, and then he wrote the same song later, but feeling completely
Yeah.
different.
That's actually a layer that I was not aware of makes me appreciate it even more.
As
That's
a songwriter, songs evolve all the time.
Sure,
so
yeah.
this could be, Somebody Kill Me, Please. Oh, that's a cool melody. Let's do something with it later. I'm
Yeah.
gonna grow old with you. And it fits.
it's just it is so sugary sweet.
Right.
But I've seen it a bunch. I'm sure you've seen it more than I, but every time I see it, I
Right.
feel the same way. So it's a trigger that constantly works.
Yeah.
I don't know if I think it was Fallon. I think they were on Fallon or something, like more recent, Drew Barrymore and Adam Sandler. And he like surprises her. I think she didn't know Adam Sandler was going to be on there.
Yeah.
If I remember right. You can look it up or whatever. But he comes out there and surprises her and he sings the song and like she moves her to tears.
Yeah, sure. It is. Yeah, it's.
Because they were
have to
in
look
Blended
that up.
Together and then they
Yeah.
were in something else too. They've
50
worked.
First Dates.
Thank you.
Yeah, 'cause
they've worked
she is-
together several times together.
Yes.
Worked together several times.
This is almost.
Clearly they enjoy working together.
I can't think of. I'm sure there are other like screen couples, but I almost want them to be a real couple,
Right.
You know,
Right.
You know,
Well, apparently, in listening to different podcasts, listening to them be interviewed, like Drew Barrymore, for instance, she's been in show business all her life. Her what was it? Her grandfather, who was it? Was in movies or whatever.
yeah,
I don't remember. But anyway, it was a Barrymore, whoever. Anyway, when she had kids, she joined like a Mommy and Me group that had celebrities, and that was her first and last day. She said, I'm not into this. She wanted to be around people who weren't,
Drew Barrymore.
yeah, Drew Barrymore. She wanted to be around, I guess, normal people.
Yeah.
In other words. And to hear Conan O'Brien talk about Adam Sandler when he comes to visit, you could tell more about that. He seems to be just like a laid back kind of normal kind of guy too.
Yeah, we if you listen to Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend, he's got a podcast. He is actually making more money on that than I think he probably ever made on late night or whatever. He talks about it, but his podcast, we drove to Florida and we just put it on. We probably listened to 30 episodes of Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend and laughing in tears. Conan O'Brien is a freaking nut. Okay,
Right.
He's crazy.
Yeah, I always like the show.
what was the point of this?
Adam Sandler.
When
Adam
Adam
Sandler.
Sandler came
So
by.
he'll talk
What
about
movie are we reviewing?
right. He'll talk about Adam because I guess they live in the same neighborhood, and so Adam Sandler will come by Conan's house.
Unannounced. I mean,
right, but you won't knock. He'll stand out in the yard. Conan, I'm here. And Conan will come out and come on in. And so Adam will come in with his kids, and his kids are running around, and he'll say that he wishes that Adam Sandler would stay and visit a while, but I guess it gets into Adam Sandler's head that, well, Conan doesn't really want me here. Okay, you don't want us here. We're leaving. It's like, no, sit down. No, you don't want us here. And so he spends like 5 minutes and then he's out the door. Anyway, he does a great impression of.
That's funny.
Anyway.
But I mean, they both seem down to earth,
But yes,
kind of.
yeah, he'll just show up and he's wearing his
Sweats. You see him in sweats a lot.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like he just
Yeah, he's
doesn't.
just a-
it's not about appearances
and
or
that's what
yeah.
Conan is saying. He just
Hollywood or non,
just show up and not.
Shit ton of money, but not.
Yeah.
Like, none of that's going
I'm
to.
gonna go visit my friend Conan. Conan,
yeah.
you don't want us here.
That's funny.
Yeah. I did want to say that like Drew Barrymore has always been seen as sort of people's sweetheart.
Yeah.
She obviously as a little girl. You
Especially
see
when she was burning people and burning everything
sure,
down.
but
in Firestarter.
both her and Adam Sandler in this movie are portrayed as almost innocent children. I know they're not children, but they're very sweet,
yeah.
sort of open people.
She was really young when she did this movie.
Yeah,
I
but
didn't realize. I think there's a 10-year difference between the two.
really, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't realize she was as young, or we were as close in age as I didn't
Yeah.
realize that.
Oh, really?
at all. Yeah, she
Yeah,
was
no, I
born in
guess I thought she was-
75.
Okay. Yeah. I,
was
guess
what?
I thought she was older. Yeah.
1975. I thought.
So like a 9-year difference.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Anyway, she comes across as very sweet. I think even
Yeah.
in real life. So you're immediately invested with both these. I think. Or whatever.
Yeah. 51st Dates is probably my least favorite of the three. With
I don't like
him.
the concept of her having memory loss. Right?
Yeah, that kind of sucks. Yeah. Like it's not a bad movie. I just probably if I had to just rank them, like it's my
Yeah.
least favorite. Where Blended, I like Blended a lot too.
I don't know if I've seen Blended. Have we seen
We
Blended?
are blending. Yeah, they both go to.
Africa? Or do they go to Africa?
Yeah, it's Africa. That's it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe I have seen it. All right.
Because they both have kids and families from other marriages or whatever, if I remember right. And
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's about blending the families. Yeah.
I got you.
Did you see the Adam Sandler movie Do Over with
I did not.
David
Is that one
Spade?
any good?
It was really good.
Yeah.
I really liked it a lot. Ridiculous Six.
That was
I started
okay.
watching that one and I couldn't.
Yeah, I wasn't a big.
The
fan.
explanation about about baseball.
Yeah.
sounds exactly how baseball was made up. Like,
Oh yeah.
well, they throw the ball, strike. No, that's first strike. I get 3 of these.
Probably.
No. You go over there. No, you can't do this. You run over there. It's yeah. That's
what?
hilarious.
That's in Ridiculous Six.
The do over. What was that? He was.
Him and Spade, right?
Him and Spade. Yeah, it's unintentional. 2 down on their luck guys decide to fake their own deaths to start new identities. It's
I think I
It's
did see
a
that.
Netflix deal.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, he got a deal with Netflix where like a 10-movie
Yeah,
contract.
because it used to be with it was in this book I read. They mentioned like it wasn't about Adam Sandler or anything, but it was just about it's called The Big Picture, and it was about just kind of what happened to the Hollywood system and when how streaming came along.
Yeah.
So Adam Sandler, like if you look at a lot of his old movies, they were Sony movies.
Yeah, okay.
Well, Sony like basically like ended up like packing up their shit almost and like losing everything.
Really?
And so Adam Sandler ends up like just as the streamers and stuff just came on and people stopped going to the movies so much.
Yeah.
So that's part of the deal. He ended up signing a
Yeah. He did that movie with
Netflix.
Chris Rock where the
6 weeks or six. The wedding.
The Wedding.
Is it called the wedding?
where
Talking about where Chris Rock, their
where he's
kids get married, right?
Yes.
That one was all right.
Yeah, I
What
like
the hell's
it.
it called though?
Yeah, that was Chris Rock. You said
Yeah, and
Chris
him.
Rock.
the week of.
The week of, yeah. I thought it was all right.
Yeah, it was all right.
I still
it wasn't
like
as good as I was
Grown Ups.
hoping.
Grown
You
Ups?
like Grown
I
Ups?
like,
Yeah.
I like grown-ups.
Grown Ups sucks, Brad. If you're listening,
No, I like grown
Well, to me, it's just a series of skit comedies. I don't know. It's a
Grown Ups is okay. It's
It has Selma in it. How can you
I
say
know, but it's not a story as much as it is a bunch of.
agreed. It's
funny
Adam.
sequences.
It's him and his buddies telling a bunch of jokes. Like
Yeah,
the
that's
story is very weak to me.
It is.
Well, I still like it.
No, it is funny at times, but it's
Yes,
it's
yes.
not Wedding Singer. It's not
Sight gags
Waterboy.
and,
It's
you know.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I think Adam Sandler was the first guy ever in history to be awarded 2 Razzies:
Nice.
best male actor, best actor, best actress, in Jack and Jill. 'Cause
Yeah,
he
see, that
played
one
both.
sucked. Yeah, that one wasn't
Jill.
good.
Yeah,
I
where he
saw
played.
Where
it.
he played
I laughed at
The
it.
twins or whatever. He plays both male and
Yeah.
female parts.
I think
I
we saw
probably
it.
have seen. I probably blocked that out. Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it.
One that I'd like to watch again. I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry or whatever. That one was, I think, was ahead of its time a little bit, and I remember laughing at it.
Yeah, I remember liking that one.
Same with That's My Boy. With
Yeah, you like that one?
I like that one too. Adam Sandler has more hits than misses. I think.
Sure.
Sure.
I think he writes but I think he writes to a target audience, which is not the critics, you know.
Right.
But I think some of his stuff is better than others for sure.
And I'm the perfect age for Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore,
Yeah.
all those to have hit at the right time where I can still quote
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
What's the
Billy
one where he
Madison.
plays Satan's son or whatever?
Little
Nicky.
Nicky.
Yeah, I
I didn't like that one as much.
I haven't seen
But
that.
then I
Oh,
liked
and was it Big Daddy? Well, no.
Yeah,
what-
Big
Daddy was a
Big
good
Daddy's
one. Yeah.
I did see that in the movie theaters
White
because my
Moon
nephew
ass.
wanted to go see it.
He was
like
in
Big
a
Daddy.
serious one. Was it Spanglish or something? What was?
Spanglish.
Spanglish was a serious one, and then Rain Over Me was another serious one
And there's
where he was like depressed and.
the shoemaker or whatever. What's
Oh, I like the Cobbler.
Cobbler,
where
yeah.
Dustin Hoffman was his dad. I like that one.
Yeah,
a
I haven't
lot.
seen that one
I
yet
like
either.
a whole lot. And I liked Don't Mess with Zohan, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh,
But, like,
yeah.
so I didn't like Little Nicky, but I like Zohan. I mean,
I was not a fan of
where he's the
Zohan.
hairdresser or whatever. Yeah.
Hit or
If you
miss.
think about it, like all these movies, would just like he's not afraid to like go out there with
No,
these
no, right.
ridiculous comedies and these concepts.
You know, right.
You know, he's
right. He is
give it a shot.
he's a working writer, man.
Yeah.
You know, working actor. So
yeah, and then you'd said earlier, but yeah, Hustle and Uncut Gems, especially Uncut Gems, like his performance alone is really because it's not like anything else. he's been.
right.
been in.
That's why I want to see it. So yeah, I want to see both
He's
those.
dropping
movies.
F-bombs left and right. I mean, and it's just the way he looks.
Yes.
You forget that's fucking Adam Sandler.
Right.
Like,
so I
it's-
think
it's
yeah,
really good.
I'm happy to see that. You know.
I mean, it's not an up movie by any. It's not going to hit you with the feels at the end, by the end, but it's a good movie just for his performance.
Sure.
It just reminded me. I really did like him on SNL. Do you remember when Chris Farley, they were singing the Sloppy Joes?
The
Sloppy
Lunch
Joe,
Lady song,
sloppy,
yeah.
sloppy Joe.
Yeah, just, he would get up there and sing the, not Christmas, it was
The Thanksgiving song, Hanukkah.
yeah, all those songs.
Captain Kirk. You know,
Yes.
have to. David Lee Roth. You know, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Sammy Davis Jr., not a Jew.
Yeah.
Redheaded sweatshirt.
Oh, yeah. There was a Halloween song, too. I can't remember. Maybe it was the,
Redheaded sweatshirt. Give me some candy. You know?
yeah, that. Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, he was-
I don't know.
Anyway, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we. Yeah. All right.
So got to do the pass, consider, recommend.
Yes, I recommend it. It's a comfort movie. It's a standby movie. I think it hits on all the spots and makes you feel like it's supposed to make you feel every time. To me, so I highly recommend. Very quotable and hits you in all the right spots.
Totally recommend. All Adam Sandler stuff, I would say give it a shot because even times like we were just saying before, movies you wouldn't even think of that you would like, give him a shot.
Yeah,
He'll do you right. Yeah.
yeah,
Same. Recommend.
yeah. And of course, Sherry,
Yes, I highly
it's your pick.
recommend.
her pick, and she's seen it a million times. You know.
Yep.
Somebody kill me, please.
Pretty please. Yeah.
But I put it in my eye.
All right. Wedding Singer. Unanimous. And that is it. We are out.
What I like to do is turn it on and sing along.
It's one of those movies that sneak into your subconscious.
Yeah. You're a moron.
I'm a person too, Pop.
To him, love and friends and a good place to live, these are what matters to him.
Yeah.
Or this movie is the very reason I will now watch Adam Sandler movies going forward.
Nice.
You watch these movies and you want to believe in love and you want to believe in sweet, sweet love. And yeah,
I have a jar of money on my refrigerator. I would like to add more money to it. That's where you come in.
that's right.
That's right.
That is creepy as shit.
Grown Up sucks, Brad, if you're listening.